Daisho Con, a convention that takes place annually at the Kalahari Resort in the Wisconsin Dells, just celebrated its 10th anniversary 2 weekends ago.
It's a milestone. It is, first and foremost, a family-friendly event that we put on in the Wisconsin Dells. It's completely nonprofit, and it's just geared toward nerdy fun. I don't shy away from being a nerd. I don't think anybody else should, and so that's kind of how I label the convention too. And it is, so you're gonna, if anybody shows up and has never been to a convention like that before, you're going to experience a lot of different things. You're going to see anime, you're going to see video games, you're going to see other kinds of cartoons, you're going to see tabletop gaming, you're going to see sword fighting with foam. You're going to see a rave, you're going to see a concert. There's going to be art and manga there, like just all sorts of different kinds of things.
This convention is staffed largely in part by UWSP students and alumni, as it was started by 3 alumni of the university.
Their names are Nick Bergenski, Zach Allen, and Zach Neal. They were with the organization for quite a long time, and they're all stand-up gentlemen. And they had, at the time, there was this convention here in Stevens Point called PointCon, and it was good, but it was small, and because it was even here on campus. It used to be in the CCC, and it was okay. And they were like, we could do that. And they sort of just put their heads together, and they started brainstorming, and they started figuring out logistics, and other people got excited about it, and they wanted in. That was right at the time where like Comic-Con was starting to become like a real thing, or Gen Con, down, it had like just moved to Indianapolis, I think, at that point. So it was starting to become, nowadays cons are everywhere, right? And you see them all over the place, and it's such a mainstay of sort of our fandoms. And back then it wasn't, it was kind of an unheard of thing. So they got together and they made it happen. It was at the Ramada Inn, which used to be over on 51 Business 51 over there, and it was there for quite some time. And that's how it got started. And it started off as as UWSP club. They did the paperwork to get the club going, and it's evolved from there. Most of our volunteers are volunteers from here, new students and alumni of UWSP.
For everyone involved, there's a lot that goes into creating a good convention experience for everyone.
There's a lot to consider. I think a lot more than a lot of people realize, a lot more than I realized when even I interviewed to be the convention director this year.
Before the con, we have to get the room layout, we have to sign contracts with certain companies that'll help us out. And as a head, we also deal with who's going to be on staff, making the schedule, finding out what tournaments we're going to do, and it's also kind of keeping the room in order and make sure that if anyone has any problems, they'll come to us and we'll answer that question. Or if there's like an event that needs to go on, maybe we'll help do it because we're the big head honchos.
For anyone interested in attending the con next year, it is recommended to register early and book your hotel sooner rather than later.
Always registered as far in advance as possible. That's going to get you the best deal for the amount that you'll spend. This year, our early bird special was $25 for the entire weekend, which is if you shop at other conventions that are our size, roughly the 5,000 person attendance, that is a steal. And then also if you want to stay at the Kalahari, either because you just want that part of the experience or because you don't live close enough that you need a hotel, call them way in advance because they book out they fill up like 6 months out.
Like if we do run out of hotel rooms, there's a lot of really great hotels around the area, so it's not the end of the world.
For students who want to get involved, Daisho Con meetings occur every Sunday at 6 in the DUC Encore.
If you want to join us, it's just as simple as coming to 3 meetings and then you're officially on staff.
All you have to do is show up. Even if you're not on campus, if you can get in touch with a member, we also broadcast our meetings currently over Skype. So anybody who can't attend in person due to scheduling conflicts or because their location doesn't allow for it or whatever the case may be, just reach out. We have an email too, hello@daishocon.com. We get inquiries that way too. But any students who are on campus, just come. I would encourage anybody to come. Honestly, there really is. I say nerd, but like that's such a broad term these days, and everybody's a little bit nerdy now. If you came to Daisho Con and tried it out, I think you would find something that you liked. And if you have a family, it's definitely a great place to spend a weekend together.
This is Nathan Wegner with SPTV News.